So this was like the purchase price here. And again, this is a model that I've built. Everybody has a different one. You will see it done really differently all over. So let's talk assumptions. So assumptions are basically, I mean, this is kind of the story that you're going to tell with your model. So assumptions are what rents are, what rents can be. So that's, what are you going to model for the rents to grow initially? If it's a value add, maybe you grow a lot. If you're in multifamily, you talk a lot more about heavy capex, perhaps. I have capex down here, not as heavy because this place didn't need anything crazy, but it really varies, of course, from asset to asset, like what you put in there. And then the other types of assumptions is, how much vacancies are going to be. So like I have my vacancy line here, and I'll go a little bit more line by line, but just to make sure we're covered on what assumptions are. What expense ratio are you going to run? What do you think your debt will look like? Do you think you can refinance? Are you going to exit in 5 years or 10 years or hold it forever? So all of those things, as a person that's modeling, you have to like make a decision on what you're going to put in those number columns. And people can really cheat themselves or potentially their investors if they're not, like, first of all, honest, but it goes beyond honesty. Sometimes it pays to be a little pessimistic sometimes, I think, rather than too optimistic. I think optimism is great, but in underwriting, you got to be careful about being too
the more
optimistic.
conservative, the better, right?
Yes, the more conservative, the better. Because if you can make the numbers work at very conservative, then awesome. You may have to say like, okay, what's reasonable? Okay, still feel good about that. But yeah, this is where people can get tripped up. So I'm just going to go kind of by the line, and I'm sure I'll bounce around and I will probably confuse people, but I'm open to, people contact me with questions, let me know.